What if an AI could work for 24 hours a day instead of waiting for the next prompt? Just 1 hour of automated work every weekday can recover roughly 260 hours a year, equal to more than 32 8-hour workdays. That is the idea behind Grok Bot, xAI's new AI agent that can use a cloud computer, operate websites, learn workflows, and coordinate with other bots. Most chatbots live inside a conversation, but Grok Bot gets something much more useful: a persistent cloud computer. It can use a browser, files, terminal tools, and websites, allowing the bot to perform actions instead of simply explaining them. A 30-minute task completed twice every working day could represent around 260 hours of work per year. That is the basic shift here. The AI is not just answering a question, it is getting access to the digital workspace where the answer needs to be used. A Grok Bot can be given a specific role, personality, instructions, and working context, making it possible to create different agents for different jobs. One bot could handle research while another handles email, reports, or software tasks. xAI describes these bots as persistent AI teammates that can keep working in the background. If one bot saves only 30 minutes per day, that is roughly 125 hours per year, across 250 working days. The bigger advantage appears when several bots are connected into one workflow. A Grok account can currently support up to 50 bots and group chats combined, according to xAI's documentation. One bot can research information, another can process it, and another can review the final result. If 5 bots each remove 1 hour of repetitive work per day, that adds up to around 1,250 hours a year across a 5-day working week. The bots are not meant to operate as isolated chat windows. They can communicate with each other, share context, and pass work from one specialist to another. A research bot could collect information, a writing bot could turn it into a document, and a review bot could check the result. If 3 10-minute tasks can genuinely run in parallel instead of sequentially, elapsed time could fall from 30 minutes to roughly 10 minutes, although the exact result depends on the workflow. One of the more interesting features is Teach a Task, which allows a user to demonstrate a computer workflow rather than describing every click manually. The feature can record a demonstration for up to 10 minutes, then create a draft skill based on what happened during the demonstration. That is useful for tasks involving many small actions, because showing 15 clicks can be easier than writing 15 instructions. Once the workflow is tested and corrected, the process can become something the bot repeats. A successful workflow can be saved as a skill, giving the bot a reusable process for a particular job. Skills can include instructions, decision rules, expected results, and safety limits. This matters because a normal prompt usually solves one request, while a skill can be reused again and again. A task taking 15 minutes and repeated 20 times a month would consume 5 hours every month, or about 60 hours a year. Once a skill works correctly, it can be connected to a routine that tells the bot when to run it. Each bot can have up to 50 routines, while the system keeps the 20 most recent run records for each routine. A routine could prepare a daily report, check selected websites, or organize recurring information. Saving only 10 minutes every day would recover roughly 61 hours per year, which is more than a full work week. The cloud computer is important because Grok Bot does not depend entirely on the user's physical machine. xAI says bots can continue working in the background while the user steps away from the computer. 6 hours of background processing is equivalent to 75% of a standard 8-hour workday, even though that does not mean every task will need 6 hours. The useful part is that the human does not have to sit in front of a screen waiting for the agent to finish. Another important feature is browser-based computer use. Grok Bot can interact with websites and services through its cloud computer, including situations where a dedicated integration may not exist. That matters because real workplaces rarely run on one perfectly connected platform. A single workflow might involve 3 websites, 2 documents, and 1 internal dashboard, creating 6 separate handoffs before the work is complete. An agent that can navigate those interfaces can potentially remove many of those manual transitions. A large amount of digital work is repetitive rather than difficult. Checking emails, collecting information, preparing reports, updating records, and monitoring websites are examples of tasks that often follow a predictable pattern. xAI says Grok Bots have been used internally for areas including sales outreach, marketing, office operations, and bug fixes. If someone spends 2 hours each day on repetitive digital tasks, Removing just half of that work could recover 250 hours a year across 250 working days. Once there are several specialist bots, another problem appears: remembering which bot should handle which job. A chief of staff bot can act as a coordinator, receiving requests and directing them toward the appropriate specialist. XAI describes use cases where a coordinator can manage information from areas such as email, calendars, expenses, and operations. With 10 specialist bots, having one coordinator can turn a collection of separate tools into a single system that feels much easier to manage. The value of these agents becomes clearer when small time savings are multiplied. 1 hour saved every weekday equals approximately 260 hours per year, while 2 hours becomes around 520 hours. For a team of 5 people, saving 2 hours per person per day could represent roughly 2,600 hours annually. That is more than 325 8-hour workdays, which shows why businesses care about automation even when each individual task looks small. Grok Bot is entering a field where other major AI companies are also developing computer-using agents. ChatGPT, Claude, and other systems can already perform increasingly complex tasks involving browsers, code, and digital tools. The difference with Grok Bot is the focus on persistent bots, each with its own role, cloud computer, and reusable workflows. XAI launched Grok Bot in beta on August 11, 2026, positioning it as a system for giving AI teammates real work. AI is shifting from answering questions to measuring how much of a real job can actually be completed. A bot can handle a 30-minute workflow and leave only a 5-minute human review, reducing hands-on work by roughly 83%. Controlled automation is safer, with human approval still required for sensitive actions like sending, purchasing, deleting, or publishing. Giving an AI access to a computer also gives it access to whatever that computer can reach. Grokbot's bots share the same persistent cloud computer, meaning files, browser sessions, and logins can be shared between them. That makes collaboration easier, but it also means separate bots should not be treated as separate security walls. A wrong paragraph can be fixed in seconds, while a wrong purchase, deleted file, or accidental public post can create a much larger problem. Grok Bot is still a beta product, launched on August 11th and expanded to more plans on August 21st, so reliability is still being tested. The AI race is shifting from giving answers to actually completing tasks, where saving 20 minutes on one workflow can mean hours recovered every week. A team of 6 specialized bots saving 3 hours each per week could recover 18 hours weekly, or roughly 936 hours a year. That points toward a digital workforce where research, sales, coding, support, and operations can be handled by different agents. The next AI battle may not be about the smartest chatbot, but about which system can finish real work reliably with the least human supervision. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.